over 2a. What is my value for b?
1.
Well, the actual value is negative 1, but I'm going to do the opposite of negative 1, which is
Positive 1.
the 1. And then what is the value for a? 1 over 400. So I'm going to actually, in my calculator, do 1 divided by 400. So what is 1 divided by 400? Right? 0.0025. And then when you multiply that, you get 1 over 0.005. And then what do you get when you actually divide 1 by 0.005? Use your calculator. You guys have calculators. You got the world at your fingertips. 200. All right. In your calculator, do 1 divided by 0.005. Do it. You guys are ridiculous.
Why is such a big number come out of 1 divided by 0?
Because it's the number 1. How many times can you multiply 0.005? 200 will equal it to 1. Okay, so that's my x value. How do I find the y value?
You plug it in.
Plug it back into the equation. So I'm going to have y equals 1 over 400 x squared minus x plus 150. So it looks like a lot of random numbers, but remember, you get to use a calculator, right?
Yeah.
So then what is 0.0025? Wait, why did I put that? Should be 200. I'm sorry. This should be 200. We already... Okay. Minus 200. There we go. So what's the first thing I have to do here? Square 200. What is 200 squared? Yep. So then in my calculator, I'm going to do 0.0025 times 40,000 minus 200 plus 150. Use your calculator. And don't just like actually boop, boop, put the numbers in.
Don't tell me. I got it. Yeah, you want that.
Okay, so now we have the vertex. We know that the x value was 200, the y value was 50. So let's take this information and link it back to these questions. How far away from each tower shown is the lowest point of the cable? So how far is this vertex here? 200 feet, right? It takes 200 feet to get to this point. How high above the water is the cable? 50 feet. because the water is our x value, right? So it's 50 feet above. Remember we talked yesterday, we don't want the cable to be in the water. That would not be a good bridge. So now we need to know what is the domain and range. So remember the domain is all of the x values. So what are all of the x values from this tower to this tower? Between 0 and 400. How did you get 400? Well, if halfway is 200, then the other half is going to be 400. So it's between 0, x, and 400. That's my domain.
Yeah, I forgot domain.
Okay, and then the range tells us from the lowest point of the cable to the highest point of the cable. So we know the lowest point is 50. What's the highest point of the cable? How'd you get that? That's the what? It's the y-intercept. Did anybody else pick up on that? Here's our y-intercept. Oh, Avery for the win. Nice job.
Take my chair. And then
Okay, I want you guys to use all of this valuable information and try this water fountain one. By yourself. I think you can do it. I do.